everybody knows that all the people don't have liberties, all the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
Jello Biafra for the Independent Media Center and the camcorder, Truth Jihad.
The only thing that's going to stop this is a militant demonstration against the city of San Francisco.
Hey, hey!
The movement is intending to fill the streets and reclaim the streets and reclaim the spaces that have been absolutely hijacked.
I think there's a lot of people here for how freezing cold it is out here. I'm really excited. I did not think there was going to be this many people. I'm just totally pumped.
Well, there's already 2 other coal-burning power plants within the 25-mile radius and then another one within the 75-mile radius. So this is going to be the 4th within the 75-mile radius, and it's going to also add to global warming and the chemicals that are coming out of the pollution. It's not just, like I said again, it's not just affecting the local people here. This is a global issue, so we're asking people for support and help worldwide. We're inviting anyone to come out here and help us pray with us for Mother Earth and for the people to keep up the strength and to keep up the fight so that this coal-burning power plant won't happen. Come out to the camp. You can reach us by phone 505-947-6159. Email us at thebrownmachine@hotmail.com. Our website at www.dooda-desert-rock.net.
Oh, hi. I'm Steev Hise. I'm the producer and editor of the Indymedia Newsreal, which is the program you're watching right now. Or, well, I mean...
Very, very important message, so listen very carefully.
Not now, because now I'm recording this, and then I have to edit it, but I mean, for your now, right now, as you're watching this, it's now. Well, anyway, Newsreel is a monthly program that's been in production for about 7 years. Every month, activist video producers from around the country, around the world even, send in video segments about events in their communities. Events where people are standing up for what they believe in and trying to make a difference in the world. However, we have a problem. Lately, for whatever reason, when I sit down toward the end of the month to work on putting together the next month's program, I look at the pile of submissions sent to me and, well, that pile's been pretty empty. For some reason, people just aren't sending very much in. And I'm not sure why, but I need contributions to make the show happen. I can't just make it out of thin air. I need other people's documentaries, little documentaries, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, about things going on around them in their communities. So if you're watching this and you like this program, maybe you can help. Maybe you make videos or know someone who does. Someone who's involved with a local struggle and wants to document that struggle. Or maybe someone who's already making short little documentaries and wants more opportunities to get the word out about what they're doing. There's more details about this project at newsreel.indymedia.org. Help spread the word. Thanks for your help and thanks for watching. Bye.
Physical barriers are going to block migratory paths for wildlife. We have problems with sediment. We have problems with change in land contour. We have problems with respect to drainage.
They're digging trenches on the slopes to support this fence. That creates exactly the conditions to make that fence collapse because the water accumulates next to the fence, and that in fact creates erosion under the fence. So there's large sections of the fence that collapse completely due to perhaps lack of best management practices, and they're doing it in a very improvised way.
From a plant and animal standpoint, it's going to be very significant. Then you start moving out, you've got the Tijuana estuary and the reserve there, and the huge amount of grading that's going to occur in Smuggler's Gulch. All the reports in our analysis is indicated that is going to result in significant sedimentation impacts to the estuary, which has been hampered by sedimentation. They finally got some of it under control. They've started doing some restoration projects down there. They got some others planned. This could just jeopardize that whole thing and impact the estuary as well too.
Well, we've seen lots of erosion. We've seen the actual wall coming down due to the erosion caused by the construction of the fence.
What this barrier will accomplish will be to cut this very rich region in two, to block all corridors and wildlife passages.
And these corridors have all been truncated by highways, by development, and of course by the fence. So when you begin to isolate and dissect all these different communities, it's called fragmentation. And the fence, of course, is going to be just one more barrier, one more fragment is going to be created out of each one of these small parcels.
It will discontinue the movements within territories of all of these animals, and it will definitely disrupt the population dynamics in the region.
Ocelot and jaguarundi can't make it to the river, can't make it to potential mates, can't make it to other refuge tracts where they would need to have sufficient hunting ground. There's also the concern that there will be a lot of clearance of vegetation to give them a clear line of sight from the wall to the river. In some places the wall is as much as a mile away from the river, and you know, there's a lot of concern about what will happen to the backside of that. You know, if that happens, you've got really vital riparian habitat and this really vital corridor just completely destroyed and all that work lost.
Some people think that the effects of this wall will be minimal on species such as birds just because they can fly over a wall. However, this is not true. Some birds do a flight pattern called a swooping, so they need a perch and then they will go down to around 4, 5, 10 inches from the ground and then fly very close to the ground until they get to a different perch or tree. They won't be able to do this flight across the border wall. For once, because they need perches very close from each other to fly, and if they fly very low, they won't be able to go through the wall. Some people are concerned about the trash in the border.
Have you heard that? I have heard it. I have heard it, and I thought it was a joke. No, actually, bulldozers and just the vehicle traffic for the Border Patrol does more damage than the migrants.
If you and I grab a black plastic bag and go pick up trash, we can finish in 1 day or in 1 week or in 1 month, and there would be no more trash.
Give me a break. You know, a few people on foot do a whole lot less damage. And yes, we get a little trash, but not very much, not really. It's not something we can't handle.
Short-term scale, trash can be picked up, but long-term scale, water courses will not be able to be restored. Wildlife territories will not be restored. The places where roads are being opened and the desert is going to be blade is not going to be restored. Nobody's going to restore that vegetation, and it's going to take centuries, if at all, we get to have the habitats the way they used to be before this infrastructure was built. So the long-term effects of this infrastructure are way, way more important than short-term punctual problems as trash. Besides, trash and some of the impacts of immigrants coming across the border could be solved with a comprehensive immigration reform.
You can see right there that this buffer created between the two fences is no man's land. Looks to me like going back to the Dark Ages.
All those areas where the helicopters land, the permanent and semi-permanent campgrounds, the use of roads, the high-speed chases, the access roads, all of the roads that are being built in order to access to the border wall are fragmenting the landscape in a way that is going to take many, many years to restore, to get back to its native conditions.
Hat with a little badge on it, and then the rest are all riot gear. And the cops on the side don't have riot gear on it.
see this fucking line? This line right here I don't cross. This fucking line right here.
Step across this line.
This line right here I don't cross. This fucking line right here.
You see, there's not like there's a borderline between the good people and the bad people. You're not on either one side or the other.
Right. This fucking line right here.
La frontera es grande.
La frontera es grande porque estamos de rodillas.
So what, you just fucking kill him? We take care of business, Charlie. That's all we do. We take care of business. You see this fucking line? You see this fucking line? This line right here I don't cross. This fucking line, fucking line right here.
Just a teeny little push, that's all. Just a teeny little push.
No more is no more. No more does not mean more and more and more. No more means no more. This fucking line right here.
Relationships aren't easy, not for anyone.
No more does not mean more and more and more. No more means no more.
Fuck you!
is running out.
I think that persuasive case is there now, but they're not cooperating.
Not testing whether something can be found. It's about weapons inspectors hunting and pecking all over the country.
First they said no, then they said planes only.